In this video, I'm going to show you how to start your presentation so people will be super interested right from the start. This will work great for a stage presentation, a live video, or content that you're producing online. First, what we're going to show you is what not to do if you want to make a good impression on your audience. And then I'm going to show you exactly how to start your presentation and some power moves that'll really start to wow them right from the start. And then at the end, I'm going to give you some bonus tips. And if you want to dive deeper, click the link in the description where I have a free training where you can learn how to crush it on stage. All right, let's dive in. Have you ever heard a speech or a presentation and you instantly thought, oh my gosh, this is so boring, and you started tuning out? Maybe you picked up your phone and you instantly just started doing something else. But then have you ever heard a presentation where you instantly got engaged and you were like, wow, this is awesome. This is fun. This is super exciting. But you don't really know the nuances of why you get disengaged or engaged. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what speakers are doing to make you tune out and then what they're doing to make you tune in. All right, so let's go. Bad speakers get up and they do these three things, and it is the worst possible thing you could do as a public speaker. Number one, they get up and they start messing with tech. They start hitting their microphone or getting their clicker or fumbling with the slides. And because they aren't properly prepared, they miss this crucial time window that they have with the audience to get them engaged. Number two, bad speakers start with a tangent. They get up there, have you ever seen this? And they're like, yeah, so I was on my way to the presentation today and I was thinking in the car, like, you know what I really want to talk about today? This situation in the news that I just saw this morning. They go off on like some random thing, like a speech before the speech. It's a tangent. They're going to miss the audience's engagement right away if they do something like that. The third thing that bad speakers do is they talk about being anxious and about being nervous. I'm not saying don't ever be anxious, don't ever be nervous, but definitely don't get the audience focused on you being anxious and nervous. Why? Because it instantly takes the frame of the audience and puts it on you, when the entire point of your presentation should be about them, serving them, solving their problem, helping their life. So don't put the frame on your anxiety or your nervousness. Keep the entire presentation about them. They won't even think about you being anxious or think about you being nervous unless you tell them. Okay, now that you know what not to do, here's exactly how you can start your presentation so you come out powerful, you come out strong, and you instantly start engaging the audience right away. Before I tell you what to do, there was a study that showed that people who were running for political office, when they walked out on stage, that the audience could predict the winner in less than 0.1 seconds. Isn't that crazy town? They said just by looking at the faces of the political candidates, the audience picked the winner. So what I'm about to tell you is more about how you walk out on stage and how you start than anything in the content of your speech. Why? Because public speaking is more about the transference of energy than the transference of information. It's not so much about what you're saying, it's about how you're saying it. So let's dive deep. Number one, walk out with a confident posture. When you walk out on stage, walk out with your shoulders back, your chest up, and smiling at the audience. It's hugely important in that 0.1 second. Number two, show your hands and have an open body language. This is a very common posture of great speakers where their arms are out, their body is open. Whereas in contrast, bad speakers have a closed body language. Their arms are tight, their elbows are in. Sometimes even bad speakers will put their hands in their pockets. Don't do that. Why? Because when we see someone's hands, it actually shows we calm down. Because when we can't see their hands, studies have shown that cortisol rises, triggers fight or flight. So walk out with an open body language. You may want to wave, but definitely be showing your hands and keep that body language wide and open. Try to take up as much space as you can there on the stage. Number three, pause before you speak. There is a rule called 3SP. It's called a 3-second pause, and some of the most powerful speakers in the world utilize this technique. What they'll do is they'll wait because it creates anticipation and suspense. It causes the audience to stand up and take notice. This slight pause causes everybody to go, what's about to happen next? So great speakers, what they'll do is they'll wait for the applause to die down, they'll wait for the introduction to stop, and they'll wait for a slight pause before they begin their first line. Try it the next time you speak, and I guarantee it's going to make a great impression. All right, here's my bonus tip. When you start speaking, start with a universal question. Ask a question where the answer will be yes. Here's a great question to start your presentation with. How many of you would like to, and then insert the result of what they're looking for, something they really want? How many of you would like to lose 10 pounds sooner rather than later? How many of you would like to add an extra 6 figures to your bank account this year? How many of you would like to experience incredible peace and unstoppable self-confidence? See how the answer is always yes to those questions? The question itself is showing the audience what's in store for them in the presentation. They're already getting excited because they're starting to see, oh my gosh, I want that. I want to achieve that result. I'm going to listen. So start with a universal question. So if you want to be an amazing speaker that engages your audience right from the start, practice these tips and try them out the next time you're on stage, you're doing a live video, or creating content for your social media. And if you want to dive deeper and learn more tips and tricks and how to crush it on stage as a speaker and even make money as a presenter, click the link in the description below where you can access my free training.